good, YouTube? I hope you're all doing well. It's a Friday evening here in the UK and we're going to make a little video about Origin Protocol, look at a bit of technical analysis on the short and long-term front, as well as looking at the OGV airdrop, which is soon to come our way. The very much anticipated airdrop, which everyone is talking about at the moment, what this entails also. So we're just going to look at a few different things for the project at the moment. Origin Protocol is ranked 189 amongst all cryptocurrencies with a $95 million market cap. We can see we're down against Bitcoin 3.72%, we're down against Ethereum 6%, and we're trading at $0.24. Now looking at the price of OGN at the moment, when we click on the year to date, you can see we've come down from some really large levels such as 0.81 cents here, and looking retrospectively once again, we did hit $3 all-time high, so we've corrected way over 90% now. Are we undervalued? Are we ready to potentially accumulate more? Well, I think all bear markets turn into bull markets, of course, and it is the bear markets that truly do generate wealth. So let's crack on with what's going on anyhow. So exchanges supporting Origin's upcoming OGV launch. We are quickly approaching one of the critical deadlines for OUSD's future, the launch of Origin Dollar Governance OGV token. As previously announced, the OGV airdrop will take place on July 12th, so it's just around the corner, guys, and will be claimable on a one-to-one basis by all OGN holders. Past and present OUSD holders and OUSD liquidity providers will be able to claim the OGV rewards as well. So they've actually just launched basically the list of the exchanges that will be supporting the airdrop, which you can just hold on the soft wallet in the centralized exchange, basically just spot trading or holding on the market. As a reminder, here are the key dates for the OGV airdrop, all times at midnight UTC. So June 1, our ongoing pre-launch liquidity mining campaign began. Then today, June 28, well actually 3 days ago, the list of supporting exchanges is published. July 5 to 12 will be an OGN snapshot window. July 12 again will be the actual OGV airdrop. And then October 10 will be a 90-day deadline to claim the airdrop. So if you're holding OGN on any of the following centralized exchanges, there is no need to move your OGN. Each of these exchanges has publicly announced that they will be supporting the launch of OGV and will be distributing OGV to their users who are holding OGN. So here are the centralized exchanges. We've got Binance, Huobi, Crypto.com, Paribu, KuCoin, Gate, MEXC, we've got Coin1, Poloniex, we've got GoPax, Upbit, BitHum, is that correct? BitGet and CoinX. So really simple. If you're holding OGN on an exchange that is not listed, all you've got to do is withdraw your OGN to your own wallet where you control the keys before midnight UTC on July 5th. This will ensure you are still able to manually claim your OGV and be part of the snapshot, of course. So make sure you do not miss out on the airdrop if you want to be part of it, because we don't know what OGV could be worth. And I think, one-to-one ratio, it's pretty cool. So definitely important. We can see the key dates to remember for the OGV launch and the airdrops as stated just a minute ago. They did recently just tweet this last month on the 4th of June. So remember, guys, July 5 to 12 is that OGN snapshot for the OGV airdrop itself. And this is just KuCoin announcing that they are supporting. And here we see great news for OGN holders. Over a dozen exchanges have announced their support for the upcoming OGV airdrops. It's really nice to see they're partnered up. They've already built a lot of traction and there's a lot of excitement and anticipation around this project right now. I think things are looking really good. Here's how Origin is planning to recover from mayhem, where we had the Terra Luna FUD. Can you believe it was already in May when that happened? 6 weeks ago. Time is just flying on me, guys. Really is. So what have we got here? Well, Origin Protocol prices shot up minutes after co-founder Josh Fraser released the latest upgrades on his Twitter feed. It seems investors welcome the news of open arms as activity surged on the protocol. But what are these upgrades that pushed OGN's price in the first place? So even though the price was pushed, of course, the rest of the market plummeted and has pulled Bitcoin down with it. So here it is. We are allocating 50 million OGV to a new pre-launch liquidity mining campaign. OUSD liquidity providers will get credit for providing liquidity to OUSD pairs starting today. Origin will publish a list of OGN supporting exchanges that will release OGV for their users. The list will be published 1 week before the airdrop for any withdrawals from non-supportive exchanges. So it's pretty cool to see. In other news, Origin recently completed the first audit with Solidified. In fact, it also is undergoing the second audit with Open Zeppelin. Origin is continuing to work with exchanges, wallets, portfolio trackers, and other ecosystem partners to support OGV. Multiple exchanges have already communicated their intent to support the airdrop and list OGV. So OGV is basically a huge thing for the Origin protocol. So do look out for some very bullish momentum in the upcoming weeks and days. I do think we're going to see some explosive moves here for OGN because we're looking pretty undervalued, especially when you look at the market cap all-time high that we previously had, just under $1 billion. So I do think personally in the next crypto bull run, we will be taking that $1 billion market cap level. Easily we're going to possess that level. Easy breakthrough. So, well, what's happening at the moment, really? If we look at the RSI, we're back into the oversold region. Just here on the 12th of May, when we had the Terra Luna crash, we saw OGN become oversold, just like over here in January, and it's happened a few times in the past, in May 2021, November 2020, May 2020. So May historically isn't a great month for OGN, as we can see. Now, the previous oversold positions did result in a nice rally to the upside, as we can see here. So far, we've not really seen a rally from these oversold positions. We did see an increase of price on this particular impulse to high. We saw a 200% increase here in March 2022. But since the Terra Luna crash, there's not really been a lot of momentum from that actual market cycle bottom, where we found support around the $0.16 level. We saw around a 127% pump. So this, you could say, was the impulsive wave that we saw, the parabolic rally from this particular low here, which was on the 12th of May, that took us up 163%. So you could argue that that actually is the impulse wave that we've seen. And right now we're just correcting on this particular daily time frame. So if we take our Fibonacci retracement, you can see we corrected here at the 0.786 Fibonacci level. What's really interesting as well is OGN has definitely worked hard to respect this support level along here at the $0.184 level. Now, what I'm actually looking at on this daily time frame is the possibility of a formation of a bearish head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish reversal pattern. You can see we're putting through, we've got a left head here, we've got the head, left shoulder, we've got the head, and now we're potentially printing a right shoulder over here on the daily time frame. I do think it's unlikely that we will see further capitulation for this project, because we'd lose the 0.17 support level. We'd probably see continuation back to 0.15 and maybe even retest a lower support level at $0.1. The reason why 0.1 is not taken off the cards is because basically in 2020 and 2020, late 2020 and also early 2021, the 0.1 level was very much an impulse and retracement phase where we kept finding lots of support and reaccumulation at this level. So if we do lose the 0.15 level, I do believe we will see at least 0.1 as a minimum, a real minimum for OGN here. So that's only if we do print this bearish potential head and shoulders pattern, which would be effectively not a great thing, because would produce a neckline, would be retesting support multiple times. The more times you retest the support, the more likely you are to break it. So what could effectively happen, we have put on the macro scale still a lower low and a lower high. So we're still in this bear trend, we're still in a downtrend, we're still in a heavy bear market. As you can see, nothing is really happening that is super exciting at the moment, but these lower price levels are nostalgic of this particular reaccumulation phase. Look how similar we are in terms of price structure, and also this small little phase here in January 2022, another area where we were oversold with extreme market fear in terms of the market psychology at the time. So yes, hoping we can see an impulse soon. The level I'd love to see this year is about $0.75 for OGN. If we do get a swing higher, I think this area is quite realistic to get a bounce. Maybe we're going to chop around this sort of 0.15 to 0.74 level in the crypto bear market. Now, the pragmatic targets for the long run, we'd be looking at our Fibonacci extension resistances between 1.2 and 1.618. So personally, I'm targeting at least $4.28 to $5.41 by year 2025 for this project here. So in the short term, what can we look at? Like I say, guys, if we got this big impulse before, We saw this massive bounce to the upside when we capitulated on the 28th of February 2022. We've got a huge green candle come in. I am anticipating a bounce to the upside soon. We've been underextended on this 20-day moving average for a while now. The Bollinger Bands also suggest we're towards the bottom of the band, which means we could see the beginning or the inception of a new uptrend quite soon. And the volume is looking pretty good, to be honest, as we get closer to that airdrop. Now, the way we can look at the potential resistances is look at the previous swing high over here, bring the fib extension down, and now we're getting those resistance levels. So that impulse here was at the 0.5 Fibonacci resistance. We can see the first level would be 0.236, which would take us to that $0.47 level. So if we were to get a bounce here, we'd be saying hello to at least 0.47, offering a 92% potential pump to the upside for this project. Now, looking at the 4-hour time frame, what's so great is we had this perfect ascending channel that we did break out to the upside of, and unfortunately we lost a bit of momentum. We're still picking through some higher highs, but then we got that rollover just over here. As you see, the highs become a little bit lower and the lows are now becoming lower. So we're in a short-term downtrend again here for our friend OGN. Not saying it's going to be a long-term one, not saying it means that we're also going to, plummet back down to 0.167. It's just consolidating and chopping around these particular price levels. Now, if we look inside this descending channel, you can see that we have printed a nice looking symmetrical triangle. I am anticipating that we'll break to the upside here. You can see there's actually a bullish divergence on the RSI as we print a lower low on the price action. However, the RSI is actually putting through a higher low, as we see here. The RSI is coming up. Even though we're seeing the price come down, it does tell us that the bulls are temporarily taking control in the market. 1 hour time frame, again, we can see that really nice bullish divergence right here, folks. So that gets me excited. Bullish divergence, 1 hour time frame. Can we possibly see a pump to the upside? I think it's very, very possible. What could probably happen here? Really exciting patterns that we see a 6% pump to the upside, potentially putting through what I can see, in my opinion, would be a bit of a double bottom reversal pattern on this hourly time frame. Swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, break through the resistance, and then that's where we break out of our descending channel and probably target one of the swing highs that we saw previously. And my two targets are going to be, just bear with me, price labels. Target number 1 is $0.28. Target number 3 is $0.287. Target number 4 will be $0.2985. So we've got these 3 take profit zones if we do break out of this lovely little descending channel here that we can see on our hourly time frame. And that is what I effectively think will happen here. The markets still linger of extreme fear, which is completely normal for these bear markets where we're seeing lots of accumulation for the cryptocurrencies. So yeah, really, really bullish for OGN. I think by holding this project for 2025 for 3 years following the next Bitcoin halving could really offer some big returns. If you want to grab some OGN today, make sure you use the link in my description so you can grab this at the best rates across the safest exchange. Crypto today, well, we're looking pretty bearish, to be fair. This is just whale manipulation. This is China FUD. This is social headlines telling you crypto is dead, and this is just normal contractions and expansions in this volatile market. It does not mean crypto is dead. It just means we're coming back to fair value where we don't have any market greed and euphoria anymore. So these are the areas you can get into crypto, buy those blue chips and start accumulating over a long term strategy, just like we saw in 2015 to 2017. We're in this blue region for a while. We had it here in 2018. We had it here after the COVID-19 crash. We're getting it again following Bitcoin plummeting through the 200-week average and following the Terra Luna crash. And it's all this FUD that's led to the catastrophe and the deleterious effect on the price action that we see today, guys. So if you want to grab Bitcoin, personally, I'm doing it, I'm buying it, but you don't have to follow in my footsteps. I'm just a dude that literally sits at home making YouTube videos. However, I do think now is a really good time to be slowly dollar cost averaging into cryptocurrencies, only if you're willing to hold for 2 to 3 years. Otherwise, it's still very much a risky asset class or commodity, and you should always remain risk averse because capital is always at risk, guys, with these markets. We don't know the future, but historical data tells us time's on our side, and should we wait long enough, we should be able to see a bear market flip into a bull market, and that's why you can maximize your profits as the downside is minimized. Anyway guys, please do me a favor for the weekend. I'm here on a Friday night. If you can smash that subscribe button, that'd be awesome. I really want to see 4,000 subscribers soon. Like, comment, and let me know what videos you want to see. Have a cracking weekend guys, stay safe and see you soon.